Hey Gaggle and beyond. Halloween is our Strahdcast anniversary. And to celebrate this 3-year milestone, we are going to be launching a Kickstarter campaign for the second season of our main podcast campaign, i.e., what comes next when we finally wrap up the Strahdcast. On October 31st, we're going to be announcing the title, getting a first glimpse of everybody's new characters, premiering the trailer that we filmed ourselves on a D&D road trip in February of this year, and attempting to raise $5,000 for studio updates in preparation of Season 2. Stay tuned on our social media at Critical Fayle DM, that's Fayle DM, for more updates throughout the month. We are all so excited for what comes next, and we hope you will be too. Happy Halloween, and take your day with advantage.
Has this ever happened to you, my child? How about this?
Look, Mama, doggy.
Alexi, that's a werewolf! Sounds like you could use Roller Rebecca, the ready-made rollerblade bodyguard, guaranteed to save your child from mortal peril or your money back. One free go. My child! Thanks, Roller Rebecca!
Look, Mama, doggy.
Alexi, no! One free go.
Thank you, Rebecca.
There is enough to worry about as a parent, I assume. So let Roller Rebecca have your child's back. Thanks to the heroes of Barovia, you can get your Roller Rebecca today at Blinsky's Toys. So wheel yourself over to save on Pryce and your child's life. And remember, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
Hey Dungeoneers, thanks so much for joining us for another episode of the Strahdcast. If you like what we do here, remember to follow us on YouTube or subscribe via your favorite podcast app to get notified every time we release new episodes. Thanks again, and take your listen with advantage. When last we left our heroes, with Roller Rebecca's heroic sacrifice, Winnie survived the cursed slod, and our heroes won the day. On the way back to the Blue Water, they stopped by Blinsky's Toys to return the head of Piddlewick II, long since recovered from the Barovian dungeons. The grim guildsman thanked our heroes and told them of his plan to make more Roller Rebeccas to bring a smile to all the children of the valley, his greatest dream. With evening finally closing in on our brave little Winnie's birthday, she retired to her room, only to find Anastraya waiting for her there. The two had a friendly, if terse, conversation where she lamented the trouble she was in, but was glad Winnie had survived. Could this be the beginning of a new friendship? Find out on the Strahdcast. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Shuffle off this mortal coil and transport yourselves to the far, foggy realm of Barovia.
Young Pasha is a small little mottled brown sparrow sleeping with a head tucked gently underneath one wing on a tree branch or stuck in the rafter somewhere, snoozing peacefully, glad to be back in the community of his people.
What is Pasha dreaming of?
If it's more than 10, it's a pleasant dream. If it's less than 10, it's a nightmare. Okay.
Oh my god, I don't have any of my dice at the table. They're all, I have them, they're downstairs. I will need to take a moment at some point to go grab them.
Pasha is dreaming that he's back in the cage and he is trying to get his way back out, but every time he grabs a hold of the bars, they turn into snakes.
Ooh.
And he has to dance away lest he be bit by the venom. So he's stuck there.
And I think one time when he dances away, then he sees a familiar set of hands open the door. Hello there, my friend. I've been looking for you.
Artie? Is that you?
It's been too long, Pasha. How have you been?
Oh, I've been really sad. I'm so sorry that I got you killed. It's all my fault.
You did nothing wrong. you're not responsible for the acts of an evil man.
How are you?
I'm good.
You are?
Yeah, and I'm better now that you're back.
Me too. I ran away because I was so sad and scared and guilty that I had caused all of this darkness. But it really feels good to be back.
You're home. Your friends are your home.
I'll remember that. And I'll take care of them, Artie, I promise. I'll take care of them as good as you would have.
I know you will, buddy. I want you to let go of all that guilt and know that you did nothing wrong. Your only responsibility is to live. Then I think with that, Artie will give him a hug. And he, just like Drogar and Winnie and Kaz, will feel that Artie feels strong and solid.
I miss you.
I miss you too, buddy. I'll always be there with you.
I know. Good hunting.
You too, my friend. And it fades away.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, good start.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Okay.
He's been looking for him, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like every night, like Artie's spirit would like kind of search the vicinity.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh, wait. Before you go. Wait, before you go, Sasha's okay. She's been with me. She looked after me when I ran away. She's safe and happy and healthy. And oh, she had a message for you. She says that she'll find you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye, Pasha.
And he wakes up. He turns back into a boy, and it's balanced on this in the croft of the larder or something. He turns back into a boy and falls, and the camera cuts. And then the camera cuts to the title sequence. Oh dear. God. As for the rest of you, a real whirlwind of an evening. The triumph of Winnie's birthday, combined well with the triumph of a really successful battle as well. Scary as it started off. Really dominated. So I think all of you sleep peacefully enough. But I think all of you know, I think maybe all of your dreams are a little restless this evening because somewhere all of you know that as beautiful as this evening has been, and this evening that felt stretched out like months went by, contained within it. And what a beautiful respite it was. The road is still out there, and we can't really rest, and we can't really rejoice until the devil has his due. So as you awake the next morning to the pouring rain, like curtains obscuring the window, you look out and you just can't. It's that kind of. It's just a wall of white and icy blue.
Did Zarya and the Berserkers stay here overnight?
I think Zarya probably would have. Yeah.
Simply because I don't have access to my drops tonight. It was a very chaste and respectful evening.
Uh-huh.
They cuddled and had a modest kiss or two and went to sleep.
Oh, all right, for sure. Man, you take the drops away and suddenly we're very wholesome again.
Ned, hit it. No, I wanted respectfully.
Oh. Respectfully.
All right, one piece of clothing came off.
Tell me all. Boom. Oh my god.
Zarya was not raised with our modern Western European hang-ups, so they are not so genital focused. The berserkers know the erogenous zones of all of the body, so there's plenty going on.
I told you I don't have my drop.
I'm sorry.
Calm down.
It's just Zarya slamming the door shut and going, all right, Dandianicus.
It was fucking amazing. No, but
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Go on.
Jeez, the absence of drops might as well be a pair of Birkenstocks, I swear.
Damn it. I was like, no, we're not. It'll be fine. We're not going to need the drops tonight.
Nope, we need all the drops.
Time out. What's wrong with Birkenstocks?
Nothing.
They stay on during sex.
They're very comfortable. They're very comfortable. They don't scream, "Take me."
Maybe that was my problem in high school.
I don't know about you, Kay. You're just not wearing the Birkenstocks right.
Depends on who's in the Burks.
I think.
Depends on the stock in the Burke. You know what I mean?
Damn it.
Show me Birkenstocks.
Oops.
Sit on it. Bung. Yeah. It's one of the great. I think it's the greatest moment. I think that is the greatest moment in game show history.
Yes.
I think it is.
Fuck it. All right, guys, give me like 90 minutes. I'm gonna drive home, grab my SD card.
Yeah, right. We'll vamp.
Depends on it.
We'll vamp for like the next 2 hours. You
Son
go.
of a bitch.
But I think in more realistically, I think they're both very drunk, and I think they go to bed.
No, it's great. You know what it is? It's she never gets a day off. You know what I mean? She's there. I think actually, yeah, it is. It's like a really like subdued and maybe like you chat into the evening. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I
it's
think so.
In fact,
Do a little. Can we get a little snippet?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hang on. Yeah.
we said we wouldn't. But
Yeah, but here we are. You editing K, mix this around so it all makes sense.
Cool. Prepare to hear something exactly as it is.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's how we work.
It's like, wow, Kay, you really moved that to where it should have been. It's like, sure I did.
We know. Yeah. The moment you get like a little bit of time to yourself, I think she like slouches back and starts, she takes that big like ram horn circlet off of her head that she's always wearing. And like, she sits back into a couch, we'll say, with the arms draped over the, the back of it, with, her elbows like dipping behind the back of the couch. And she puts her hands up and just starts rubbing at her temples a little bit. And she's like, I do not remember the last time I had an evening where I wasn't about some important business. This has been lovely. Winnie should have a birthday every day.
No tribe to lead. No more fights to fight. Just a lot of booze to burn off.
You can say that again. I hope they're not all dead by the time we get back. They can look after themselves. They'll be fine.
Yeah. I hope I'm not thinking about that all night now. Yeah. Okay, great.
Oh, come on. And she moves over and she takes your wrists and, puts them together in her giant hands. I jest. Come on. The lads will be fine. I just mean that, without our womanly sensibilities, the boys have a tendency to get themselves into trouble every now and again.
Maybe a little trouble is what they need every now and again.
Too right. Keeps them honest.
I'm glad you're here.
Me too. That's a might kind of you to invite me. I feel weirdly, I know she's not my kin. Been more years than anyone else's. She's a real crackerjack, that little one, isn't she?
She is. I think what she brings to all of us is yours just as much as it is mine.
You brought a lot to her as well, I can tell, Kasle. I can tell the way she glances across the room at you. She looks to you and she has a question that can't be answered with words.
Sometimes the feeling is mutual, but I only hope that I can... I would say help her see the right of things, but I don't necessarily know that my way is always the right of things.
You do better. You help her see the cause of things.
Whichever way of things gets her out of whatever the hell we're all in now. We can deal with the fallout later.
It's the closest we've ever been, Kasle. Going by the Barovia curve. You're smashing it.
Thank you.
You are a wonder.
And I think she just, if Zarya's still seated on, lounging on whatever oversized.
Yeah. The chaise. Yeah.
I think she just allows herself to like just like the tension to drop and just sort of like.
Yeah, and I think just for a while maybe you hear the beginnings of the rain as it starts to come in, the rain that we're all going to wake up with, right? You starting to hear the first drops as she just gently just kind of like strokes the back of your hair and down your neck with like her back knuckles for a little while, and you just drift off into the evening. That's beautiful. I love it. So then the next morning we wake with the rain pounding down. You can hear the drops spatter on the roof of the blue water. So thick and heavy are they.
If you come down, you see Drogar is actually by the fireplace, and he's tending to a fire because of the rain and the cold.
It's a little waking up this morning. It's that rain that fills up the air and gets through the cracks in the walls, and it like makes just all the air a little wet. It's like that camping rain, you know.
And he's smoking a pipe, and he's very brooding. He's very dark and mysterious this morning. He's not in the jovial sense. Like the porridge is out. It's not as warm as usual. It's
He made it a while ago.
And he's just kind of by the fireplace, just with the pipe, just.
Need a bit of the hair of the dog that bit you? And you turn, and Danica is standing there looking at you with a sly smirk.
Is it the Champagne de l'Eston?
Could be. Yeah. We'll say, she's even holding a glass, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has a sip of it, and...
This whole thing has got me perplexed, Danica.
What's that?
Well, there are just new pieces that have just been added to the chessboard. Curious.
You cannot be blamed. We have been in a state of perpetual checkmate for the last 400 years, so don't blame yourself for not being able to solve it all in one evening. We've done a lot. But there is always more to do still. I would have words with your company this evening. Once they are all down from their rest, would you gather them for me?
Yes.
Chin up, old boy. We're not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks off.
Yeah.
I guess that conversation ends. Olaf comes like falling down the stairs. That'll wake you up.
Ismark comes rushing over. Oh my god, are you all right? And like tries to pick you up underneath the arm.
Yeah. Just a glass of wine, lad.
What is that? Really? Okay. Yeah.
Just a wee one.
Well, let me just deposit you here, and then and he like lays you down in a booth.
You know, I'm gonna go clean off, and then he just like walks outside and just stands out in there.
Oh, great! That's great.
And then he just like comes back in.
Yes, the consequences of falling asleep on the 13th step.
Olaf, as you step outside. And you stand there with the driving rain. I'm kind of picturing you like eyes closed, like just head up to the sky, letting it run over you. Give me a perception check.
Oh my gracious. Oh, no.
It's okay. It's all right.
He's hungover.
It's okay.
11.
Great. So you're sat out there, Olaf, looking up at the sky, just letting the rain wash away the ick of the night. You open your eyes and you look up to the swirling clouds above you. The clouds and the mist and the shapes within seem to coalesce for a moment in what to you almost looks like a fox's face. But as soon as you start to kind of clock it in that way that clouds shift and move, it's gone and now could look like any other number of things.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he like kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, that wine must be really playing tricks on me." And he kind of like wipes his face and then heads back inside.
Great.
I think up in Winnie's room, she's starfishing in her birthday dress.
Yeah.
Sleeping in a little bit. And as she starts to like, as the sounds of movement start to creep in, she does a big stretch, like, and then like, and I think she looks over and realizes that like, when Anastrael left last night, she just left the window open just a crack, and so the cold is like,
pouring
in. There's like a little bit of rain, so she kind of hops out of bed, runs over, and closes the window, and then gets up on her tippy toes and looks out the window and scans the sky for a minute. And then she's just feeling good, honest. Like,
Great.
After
God.
all of this, like, she's feeling excited and ready for whatever the next thing is. It was so encouraging for us to deal with Strahd trying to crash the party so handily. And so just kind of smiling to herself, she goes over and like makes her bed and grabs Tally-Ho, and then is going to walk down the hall to the Irina boutique.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she'll go in, and I imagine that when she fell asleep last night, when she was casting Sending Him and she was talking to Anastraya, I think somehow she ended up with the room alone last night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And Zarya like slept in together. I think Irina and Dimitri might have stayed up late and then crashed somewhere else. So she kind of like enjoys having her own room for a little bit. That feels very grown up. She puts things like the way that she wants them. Is going to walk down to the Irina boutique and knock on the door and see if anybody's in there, where all the clothes had been laid out the day before.
It's quiet for a minute, and then you hear the door open up, and Irina is standing there, and she's looking a little disheveled, not her usual composed self. And she looks around and says, "Oh, good morning, little sister. How are you?
Good morning. Are you okay?
Yes. What can I do for you?
I wanted to pick out something from the boutique, if it's okay, because it's raining a lot outside, and I think it might be nice to have like a coat or a jacket or a cape.
A capital idea. Why don't you come inside and pick something out?
May I do some shopping?
Yeah.
And yeah, I want to kind of comb through. Winnie's feeling like just a little bit of a costume change, a little bit of something, and I'm wondering about finding some like outerwear piece, a jacket or a vest or something, and then I might even look through to see if Irina had brought any pants options that I might be able to kind of like tie up tight around the waist over my little white sleeveless button-down shirt, and then put like something over it.
Great.
Just a little costume change.
Yeah, great. Why don't you give me an investigation check
Oh dear.
for finding an outfit?
But then a perception check to see if you see Dimitri sneaking out.
I know.
Yeah. Well, do investigation or perception. Yeah, just for investigation or perception, which I think would be perception for you.
You see a little raven fly out the door real quick.
Either way, it's an 11.
11 either way?
Well, I mean, not either way. I mean, the best case scenario is it's
Great. We'll call it an 11 then. Okay. So you're
I'm just I'm shopping. I'm like pulling things apart. I'm pulling clothes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Nosy.
yeah, you're going.
Nosy.
You're looking through it's still all hung up there. Nobody had the time yesterday to try to put all this stuff away. So yeah, it's still sort of splayed out for you in the way that it was yesterday. And yeah, Irina has pretty much everything you could dream of. So I think there's no trouble putting together an outfit like what you're hoping for. And I think like just as you go to find like the pants that you were really hunting on, right? Like you're pushing them apart on the rack, and you kind of push two pieces apart, and one you think you really like, you know, a set of little leggings that have like beaver fur on the inside, you know, so they'll keep you nice and warm as you're trudging through the water. And you're looking at this one piece, and you look down, and you see a raven feather on the floor.
I'll reach down and pick it up and hold it up and look at it, and then swing around on Irina and go,
What's that?
What is that?
I don't know.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Who did it come from?
I don't know. It looks like a feather. It probably came off a bird then.
Oh, what kind of bird?
I don't know. I don't know.
Meanwhile, we just see a slow feather just kind of come out of her hair a little bit.
Yeah. Fucking meanwhile, Drogar, I think you're looking out, you're brooding, and you look out the window and you see Dimitri with his shirt off fall out the fucking window.
Oh my God!
Right?
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's perfect. I'm by the fireplace and I'm just going,
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. That's fucking great.
The escapades of the young and the reckless.
a couple of steps toward her and hold it up and like dangle it.
Well, there's much to be about. We should really get you ready for the day.
I want to know more things. Not right now, but maybe for my 13th birthday. I want to know more things.
I'll tell you everything on your 13th birthday.
Okay. I want this jacket and these pants behind. And I take them and I run like, yeah, I close the door behind me.
She played Irina like a fiddle.
And then I'm like trotting down the stairs, like with my eyes still like wide, and I'm putting on like, I think I ended up with some of Irina's nice like bloomers.
Yeah, great.
I think something that she would have worn like as a fancy undergarment that are like maybe like in a pinstripe or something. I'm gonna pull up under my little schoolgirl skirt, and I'll do away with my schoolgirl skirt.
Great.
Yeah, I'll do away with my schoolgirl skirt, and I'll pull up these like linen bloomers, and then like take a piece of like the twine that I have.
Yeah, it's like, and it looks like her when she wears her adventure pants when she travels around with you guys. Yeah.
Pants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pull up my adventure pants.
Yeah, Winnie's adventure pants.
Tie like a little rope around the middle to cinch them in at the waist, and then I think I ended up with like a little like a cute jacket that Irina would have worn, maybe in like a deep teal or something, a little jacket that she would have worn on special occasions as a child. Like a nice boxy jacket with like big buttons. And I put on my little jacket, my new adventure pants.
Oh man, who knew Irina's closet was going to be such an important thing and like so central? We love it.
Artists of the gaggle, you know what?
Get in there.
This is Winnie's season 3 look.
Yeah, it is. It's season 3 now.
This is Winnie's Return of the Jedi look.
Yeah, it's Luke Skywalker in the all black outfit
with the black gauntlet.
Oh, he looks so good.
I just did Return of the Jedi the other day, and
Jedi, like my father before me.
Then,
I
young
cried.
Skywalker, you shall die.
I cried.
Father,
it's
so good.
It's so good. I love Darth.
And then just Darth Vader.
He just picks his ass.
hawks him down a space tube.
I love Star Wars.
He just takes his lightsaber and throws it. Never.
Fuck.
I will never
We were
join the
watching
dark side.
Kenobi the other day, and like Anakin popped up for the first time, and I was like, "Who is that?" And Trevor was like, "That's Anakin." Rewind, and then I went up to the TV and knelt in front of it, and got this close to the TV, and was like, "Play it again." And I was like,
I love Kenobi because Hayden comes back and he does a beautiful job.
He does do himself justice.
I go to bat for Hayden. I really do. Even in the prequels, I don't know. But anyway, this is neither here nor there.
I love him. I come downstairs in my adventure pants and my new jacket with tally-ho.
That's awesome.
Adventure pants. Come on, grab your pants. We'll go to very distant land.
That delivery was unhinged.
That was
I loved
so
it.
good.
So much.
Leave it to Kay to just leave you breathless.
The fun will never end. It's adventure pants.
The up at the end. That's it. That was real.
Yeah, I'll kind of I'll trot down the stairs feeling good, and then I'll slide into our corner booth and look around and like who's about at the moment.
Who do we have? Is Kaz and Zarya down yet? Or are they?
Yeah, I picture that Kaz is probably saying goodbye to Zarya.
Great, yeah. So when you come down, you see Kaz and Zarya by the door. Drogar's by the fireplace. Olaf is collapsed in the booth. We'll say Ismark deposited you in the corner booth.
Okay.
I think maybe by now I'm like next to Drogar by the fireplace.
Oh, great. Yeah, right. Because you went out and you. Yeah. Great.
My cup of wine to.
Perfect. Hair of the dog. Yeah.
Or taps Olaf on the shoulder and points outside as Dimitri is stumbling through the rain into the barn to get dry by the.
Got him.
Try to dry off in the hay and stuff.
Jacques!
I wonder where he was.
To be young.
There's nothing to wonder about.
So, as you're coming down the stairs, Winnie, that's where you find everybody.
I'll do a quick scan for Pasha Bird.
Great. Yeah. Let's see. As you're coming downstairs, and we'll say we'll say as like Zarya opens the door to head on out, Kaz, a little sparrow flies through, does a circle around the bar.
As soon as he flies into the door, I rush down the last couple of steps and run to where he is, and I think I watch him like circle over my head for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does it. He does a couple of turns, and he comes and he lands down on one of the tables, and you can see his feathers are like soaked, and so he does that little bird shake, to get some of the droplets off, and then like as he's shaking, he pops back to his gangly self, and he's just sitting on top of the table, and Gertruda walks by and she says, "I just polished that." Oh God, it's nice. Starts off.
I think he is like, as he's like clamoring off the table, I just walk right up to him and like throw both arms around him, and I just give him a big hug and say, "Good morning."
Good morning. Winnie, guess what?
What?
Artemis came to me. I had a dream.
Really?
Yeah. He said he was safe and happy, and that he didn't blame me for what happened.
Of course. Yeah, he is safe and happy, and he came and he visited me too, and he said that whatever me and Drogar did when we tried to cast a spell to bring him back, and it didn't bring him back, but it did work, and he is safe and he's good.
So you saved him?
We all saved him.
Well, we can do anything, can't we?
I think so. That's so wonderful.
Oh, it does my heart a lot of good to know. Oh, it feels like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders.
Oh, good. Where's Sasha? Does she want to come with us? We're going to hit the road again, did you know?
Yeah, I want to go with you, if that's okay.
Please.
Sasha, I think Sasha is tired of battle.
Okay, that's good. Does she want to stay here? Do you think is she going to go back with Zarya?
That's probably a good idea. She went to the forest last I knew, but she knows the places to be. Okay. She knows where she's safe.
Okay. Do you have a way that you can reach her? Do you have a way to talk to her when she is away, to find her?
Well, I can talk to her, but no, she needs to be like, I'm talking to you now.
Okay, but she'll find us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want some breakfast? We gotta get on the road soon.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, come on, let's go over here.
Okay.
And I'll kind of take him, like, I'm the affection level that like Winnie is openly showing Pasha. I think that there's a change.
Sure.
Now that he's back, it's like I want to hug him good morning in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then when we're walking over to the booth, I'm still holding on to him. I'm still like holding on to his.
Yeah, he like gives you, I think like he gives you 2 fingers and lets you lead him. Yeah,
I trust that he's not going anywhere anytime soon, but it is. I don't want to let him go yet.
Totally. He's like, he's on board.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we go and plop down in the booth for breakfast.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and so we'll say that's where we all gather. And Danica comes over and she says, "Good morning. We all recovered from our night of frivolities?"
Yes, some of us are more than others.
Olaf holds up his glass of wine. We're getting there.
I feel like I'm gonna borrow a Winnie die. I want to let the dice decide how Kaz is feeling overall.
Great.
Yeah.
Send it away.
Wait a minute, where is Kaz? From underneath the bar.
They're still hugging by the door.
Yeah. Now I know that traveling in the rain sucks, but think of it this way: the noise will cover your movement.
As Zarya is leaving.
My queen, Kavan.
That's a 14, Colin. That's not bad. She's feeling it.
Yeah, he's all right.
She's feeling it. She's all right.
She would have been fine if they had gone to bed at a decent hour.
That's it. They stayed up too late. That's it.
They got that weird kind of achy headache before they passed out.
She feels like that little like weirdly vibrating feeling when you're just like a little off.
That's it. But otherwise, fine. Stout of body still.
Yes.
Well, Danica, I wanted to thank you for letting us use your establishment last night. It passed with flying colors.
Yes, thank you so much.
It's the most joy the Blue Water has seen in, well, fuck, ever. So thank you.
We were trying to decide our next move. We know that there's big things to do at the Amber Temple. And for me, Drogar, how much did you share with us about like the vision that you saw when you were, or did you share nothing?
Nada.
Goose egg, yeah. Not even Pasha really knows. He like felt pain at the last moment, but only you could see what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay. We know that there's big things to do at the Amber Temple, but we also know that there's stuff going on in Barovia that needs investigating. We don't even know what to solve yet.
This is what I wanted to implore to you this morning again. I know that there is great business in the valley. I have tried not to make the burdens of this alliance weigh on you. I know you are about your business and can do this better than anyone in this valley. But with this business in Barovia, I don't know, something's wrong. It's important, the village, our sister city.
What leads you to believe that something is amiss?
We cannot establish contact. Any ravens we send to spy are driven away by the clouds of bats that choke the air. And that the place seems even more deeply enveloped than the rest of the valley. Cut off from view, almost. You will see when you approach it. But we need to make contact with the village. As you can see, and she pulls out a map and gives it and plays it out on the table. Barovia sits in the floodplain of the Ilvis River. It is the place in the valley most suitable to growing crops. We rely in large part on cabbage and carrot and sprout that comes from our sister city, and we have not been able to make contact with them in some time. Our reserves are running quite low.
Oh, I love carrot.
Have you tried establishing contact with Kresk? Are they not able to grow such plants?
We have, yes, indeed. And in fact, trade has only advanced since your defeat of the werewolves. It has allowed some of the rangers to divert their attention away from the caves and keep trade routes safe. So we get food from them, but it's not enough to cover what we once received from our sister city.
Not fast enough either.
Indeed. We need to be able to speak with them. And what's more, it is a freehold of the valley and as deserving of the liberties we have been granted as anyone else. Long has Barovia suffered, being right in the shadow of the castle itself. It is where Strahd feels the most control, and I fear, as his grip has loosened on the rest of the valley, it has tightened on the village.
Yes, from what you describe, it seems to me that he's sunk his teeth a little deeper into Barovia.
That is why I want to send you.
He's getting desperate. He's just squeezing whatever he has left in his grip. We should get over there. Oh, and I'll pop up, and is Gertruda still, around?
Mm-hmm.
Wiping up table. Okay, I'll be right back. 1 second. And I'll go up to Gertruda. Gertruda.
She whips around. She was she had both hands on a rag and was mopping down the table. And she whips around. Her hair is a little disheveled. She has bangs in her face. She's, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. And also, thank you so much. I had a really nice time having you at my birthday party yesterday. I hope you had a nice time. And I wanted to ask you a question really quick.
Okay.
We are about to go to Barovia, and that's where you're from, right?
Originally.
Is there any message you would like us to send to anybody there? Or even anything that you can tell us about any people there?
Or even anything you'd like us to grab while we are there.
Or even anything that you'd like to do while you're there, when we drag you there. Absolutely.
That's great. She gets a funny look on her face. Give me an insight check.
Okay.
That would have been a perfect place for respectfully.
Don't remind me. Oh boy.
I never had
Out of the
that
box.
dice. I never had it.
Fuck that.
Dice never existed.
Never existed.
Never a doubt.
Never in doubt, not once.
Never a die.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt, not once.
What a filthy, dirty roll.
28.
Stanky.
19 on the die.
28. I think at this point, actually, I think you knew someone like Gertruda
Oh,
at the
so many
at the academy.
Girls, the Academy, Gertruda.
Yeah.
A million Gertruda.
Yeah.
Miserable and just taking it out on everybody around them.
Mean Girls.
But the mention of her home village cuts through it. I guess if you see my mother, just tell her I'm fine.
Okay. Do you want to go back there ever?
God, you couldn't wrestle me back. You could put me in chains, and I would bite my own arms off rather than go back.
Okay.
Look at what I'm doing to stay here. Look at my hands.
I know.
They're a little pruny. I washed dishes this morning, Winnie, before anyone else was awake.
Thank you.
I was working before anyone else was awake. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
Not the indignity. It's just...
I know.
I'll be all right.
I know. Yeah, you're very strong.
Like, I know everyone is laughing at me, but it's not my fault. The only thing I was taught how to do was have expensive taste.
Oh, Gertruda, we spilled another glass. Would you mind bringing us one of those rags?
Oh, no, I'll bring the rag over. Do you miss anybody? Do you miss it there at all?
It was a nightmare. My mother relied on my father for everything, and after he died, she fell to pieces. You know what they call her.
I do. I met her once.
I just got so sick of it. I couldn't... Doesn't matter. I'm fine. I'm doing splendidly. Just let her know if it brings her more peace of mind. Just let her know I'm all right.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Gertruda.
Mm-hmm.
You won't have to do this forever.
God, I hope not. I wouldn't care to live if I thought that.
We're going to try and make stuff different, okay? Hang out here, be safe.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you. I'd never been to a birthday party before.
Never, ever?
No. I mean, I'd been invited, but, you know, my schedule didn't allow.
Oh, my God.
Your face. I don't know if I've ever seen your face make that face. I've never seen a face like that on your face. Well, I'm really, really pleased that this could be your first birthday party. I hope you had a really nice time. How old are you, Gertruda?
14.
14. Another friend of mine is 14.
Oh, yes. By the way, who's that boy that came out yesterday?
What boy?
Well, you know, the one who showed up in the cape with the shaggy hair.
Pasha?
Yeah, is that his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Okay. Just wanted to know. You were leaving?
Yeah, I was. He's coming with us, you know.
Oh. Does he live in the city?
He lives with me.
Oh. Was he your brother?
No.
Oh. Well, tell him I say hi.
Okay. I'll tell everybody you said hi. And I'll walk away.
Wow. Things are getting a little tense here in the blue water.
I am sweating. I go back to the table and I sit down.
Are you okay, Winnie?
I'm fine.
Your sweaty clothes say otherwise.
I'm not sweating. I take off my jacket.
Sweating.
What did Gertruda say?
Nothing. Just that she wants us to say hi to her mom and tell her that she's okay.
Oh,
That's it?
Yeah.
okay, we will.
Yeah.
Boobs!
You know, Gertruda, you could always come say hi to her yourself.
No, don't say it. Don't talk to her anymore. I don't want to talk to her anymore today.
She's back to her business.
All right. Very well. So,
says Danica.
Oh my god.
as Danica was so politely saying,
Oh, yes. Oh,
Have we
back to
all-
business. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh,
have we all resigned and decided that Barovia is the next step?
yeah. Danica, you think that's the right thing for right now?
I would ask it of you. I try not to prevail upon your many talents, for I know your course is set by you alone, but we could use help.
Okay. I mean, I think no point in waiting for it to stop raining. It doesn't look like it's going to stop raining anytime soon.
It looks quite content.
Okay. Well, we can hop in the cart and stay dry. It's gonna be... What do you think? How long of a trip? A long trip.
To the village?
Yeah.
You haven't been back east that way.
Nope.
We haven't.
Since you got to the valley.
Yeah, we haven't been further east of Ravenloft since we got back to the valley.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like a 6 or 7 hour journey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Half a day there, half a day back.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, I guess we should probably leave now, so that we can hopefully get there and have a place to stay before nightfall.
Yeah, it's a day's. Well, yeah, it's a day's journey. We'll say, or thereabouts.
We can get there by night.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Time.
Yeah, if you leave in the morning, you can get there by like the evening. Yeah.
Right.
Danica, can we take just a couple of extra, maybe some leftovers from the party if you have it, some extra rations, and even if you, I mean, this might be too much to ask, but it's really cold and rainy outside. If you have any extra blankets or anything to spare.
For you, the world.
Some wine, maybe. We don't have to give him the good stuff. Just, some stuff.
I will have his Mark dig out a flask.
Good. Okay, that's good. Come with some stuff. Are we ready to go?
Yes. Why doesn't everybody start loading up the wagon? I just want to talk to Danica about something real quick.
To be sure. Good luck.
Thank you.
Be careful.
We will. And I'll I think I'll go through the kitchen first, and like from Erwin and Vasilka, I'll grab some of the extra rations to take with us, and then head to the cart and start like loading up and folding and all that.
Fully load up. Yeah. You're ready for so you're provisioned if you got stuck out there for whatever reason, you're not going to run out of food. Yeah.
Danica, are there any tales or any things that we should be prepared for when we arrive in Barovia? Things that you have had your troops and your carriers be wary of?
I can only tell you what my scouts reported back before we lost contact.
Yes.
Strahd has been squeezing pretty tight in the village. Before we lost contact, things were already bad. And getting worse. There was tale of these vendors who moved into town offering pies that people grew fond of.
Of course. The dream pies.
You know them?
Yes. Kaz had a rough run with them when we first came to the valley. Very addictive.
Addictive is the word. Be careful, Drogar. Nothing is more dangerous than someone who has only one thing to bring them joy.
Yes. Danica, in the off chance, and I hate even putting this out into the world, in the off chance that Barovia is beyond saving, what would you like us to do?
I would not dream of such talk. To lose one of our very final cities. I work to save the living. That I leave to your heroic sensibilities. But please, I know it dwells in the shadow of the devil, but it's not their fault.
Of course.
Remember that, Drogar, it is not the people's fault.
Of course. I didn't... We were bound to miss a portion of care here or there. For we are few and the valley is vast.
I understand.
My only concern is that this town sits in the direct shadow of Strahd. And between you and I will do everything within my power to save these people, but I will not sacrifice another one of my group.
I would not ask you to.
Very well. We shall report back as soon as we have any information, and if we find things to be askew and in need of fixing, we will attempt to fix them while we are there.
I will send birds to watch your path. Should you need to get a message to me, you can give it to them.
Very well.
Dimitri will go with you, I assume, as well. Where is he? Have you seen him this morning?
Right behind her, a flash passes by the window. A pasty white shirtless.
No, come to think of it, Danica, I don't...
Sleeping late this morning.
I don't think I have seen him yet.
Well, he'll show up before too long. He can't stay away from heroics. Please be safe.
We will.
And I think he'll just kind of like walk out and head out toward the rest of the group in the caravan.
Quick, it's raining really hard.
Yeah, great. So we're loaded up into the cart.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think we just see like this kind of damp cloak over his scales, and we just see the hood up.
Like Obi-Wan.
And we see just this, we see the hood up, but the snout just like kind of coming out the front.
Yeah, great.
And he's puffing the pipe underneath the cloak, but you just see the smoke coming out of his nose as like the raindrops are coming through. And then smash cut to Kaz sitting right next to Drogar, just like fully exposed to the rain, just like rain like running off of her eyebrows like sourpuss. And every now and then she just goes, flick water out of her eyes.
Great. Yeah. So we're loading up into the cart. Irina, we got Pasha with us. Pasha climbs in. He climbs into the back. Irina and
Leaving him behind again.
Yeah. Irina and Dimitri show up to ship out.
They sure do show up to ship out.
That's fucking drops when we need him tonight, man.
Stop it.
Dang it, dude. Dang it.
She's already dead.
On the road again.
On the road again.
On the road.
I would like that recording of Winnie singing Willie Nelson's.
On the road again. I can go in and just get on the road again.
Give me that map. Hang on.
I can't wait to get on the road.
Because we haven't been this way in a long time.
It's true. It's been a while. I was just reading names on that map of a lot of things that I didn't know existed.
Tell me, Kaz.
She flicks rain from her eyes.
Tell me your fondest memory out on the open sea.
Let's close that map. Got a little lore dump coming.
Lore drop.
Listen up, DM.
Can I get some rain and some like cart?
Some rain and cart ambience while I come up with a story real quick.
I remember you telling us stories about how the ocean is so serene, so violent at the same time. Well, I just don't have a lot of experience with water.
Well, I came to work on that merchant ship out of desperation, really. I was living in Melvaunt, just on the charity of the other half-orcs I got to meet while I was there. And then along came this opportunity for strong people to work on a ship and be anywhere other than where we were, which sounded perfect. But a ship is a very precise operation. And your first couple of days, it's kind of hard to fit in to all of the moving parts. So after a few days of trying to learn and not being very quick at it and feeling awfully discouraged, I was able to make a pleasant friendship with the ship's cook. When I struggled tying knots and identifying sheets and lines and halyards, sometimes if they couldn't find anything else for me to do, they would just send me down to peel potatoes or shuck oysters or something even an idiot could do. And the cook, he was friendly and had been on ships for a lot of his life and showed me some of those knots and lines and sheets and halyards at a bit of a slower pace. I guess it was just encouraging to see that I could learn these things if I could take the time to figure out how I best learn things.
What was the cook's name? Irina has leaned over.
That was
In between both of them.
Yeah.
Hello, Irina.
His name was Spinnaker Halyard.
Me.
I'll come up with something better later.
His name was Inkelberg Humperdinck.
Eddie. We all call him Ed.
Ed. You know, Kaz, you're very smart, which I have seen seldom bloodthirsty warriors show. But you have a very honed precision to your rage. It's what makes you uncorruptible, and it's what makes you so devastatingly accurate.
I've been working on that. Thank you for noticing.
Yes. It's curious, isn't it? I think we've all grown a little bit since we've been here, some way or other.
I'll be sure to thank Strahd right before I put my spear through his heart.
Well put. Well put. You said it earlier. What is a bolin?
It's only the king of knots.
Does she try to show him how to do a bolin?
Absolutely she does.
DM, what do you want me to try to roll to fucking figure out this?
Gee whiz. Kaz, give me... Just roll on wisdom or dexterity. Wisdom, the idea being like you coach him through it. Dexterity being you show him exactly how to do it.
Wisdom would be a +1, dexterity would be a +2. So
Right, do that.
And what do I roll? A dexterity?
And then based on what Kaz rolls...
I'm so fun.
That tells me I'm trying to show you by doing. I take like the end of the rein and I show you. I like do a little bite
great,
in it.
that's
Tie the do the lube and run it.
You say the whole thing about the fox going around the
Fox goes down the hole. No, fox comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, goes back in the hole.
Yeah.
I know it looks like a snake. Everyone says fox. I don't really know why.
Ties back into Olaf seeing the fox in the cloud.
Natural 2.
Fuck.
She does it way too fast.
Yeah, she's going like really fast. Oh, God.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, that's
Wait a minute, why is it a fox?
It's 2x. Yeah, that's it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay,
More like a snake.
then Drogar roll on intelligence at disadvantage.
Fuck me. You're welcome.
Be smart.
Well, that was either a 9 or a 3.
You tie your finger up. You get your finger tied up in the reins, and you can't get it out. It's like the more you try to pull, the tighter it gets wound around your finger.
Kaz, I think I've gone and done something.
That's interesting. Normally people just make a clove hitch by mistake, but I've never seen that.
Well, I never said that I was intelligent in the right areas. Did I now? Could you?
Yeah, come here.
She'll try to undo it.
Well, as you said before, do it again, and this time slower. Imagine that I am you, and you are the cook.
Do I have anything rope-like in my bag?
Oh my gosh, that would be.
Oh wait, we could find a
Like a piece of string.
we could find a rope. I bet. Yeah,
Mine
hang
came
on.
off my dress.
Wait.
today.
I have the tie. I have the tie for my dice bag.
Hell yeah. Oh, this is fun. This is D&D.
I'm gonna fucking roll this thing again.
All right. Now, take the tail end in your right hand and the lead end in your left hand. If you take your right hand and turn it over like that, that makes an overhand loop. Now that's the important part. Everyone remembers, fox comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, goes back in the hole. But the important part is, the tree has to be on the right side of the hole. No one ever talks about that part.
That's how I made that damn other one where my fingers were stuck. Oh, hold on.
Once the tree is on the right side of the hole, the fox comes out of the hole, goes around the tree, and back into the hole. And then when you pull it tight, you have a bullet.
You do so, yeah. You kind of get lost just watching Kay's. Sorry, Kay's. I was about to say watching Kay's strong hand.
It's all right. I understand. I get that a lot.
Oh, caught me looking. Okay. You kind of get mesmerized watching. I did it again. Watching Kaz's hands, like so strong, but so deftly and expertly moving in this well-practiced motion, and you just kind of get hypnotized by it and watching it, and just by focusing on watching her, you find your hands of their own accord just kind of making it happen.
Oh, I think I did it. Guys, look. And he holds up this sad excuse of like a tiny loop on the end, but it is a bowline knot.
It is indeed. Yeah, the knot is pure. And she says,
Now here's the best thing about this knot.
and she hands you the loop, and she holds like the tail end against her chest and says,
Pull as hard as you can. Keep pulling. Tighten this knot as hard as you think it can possibly go. Tighter. Pull it tight.
I only have an 11 strength.
she starts to pull back as well.
Now watch this.
And she, as is the way with bowlines, just there's like it's hard to describe.
Yeah.
But there's like this bite in the knot that if you just flip that over, it's instantly loose.
Yeah.
Takes no effort, no matter how much you tighten a bowline. It is always so easy to untie. And she just unties it in like a second.
Oh, well, I'll be.
It's the king of knots, but it can't be tied under tension.
In okay, I think that's an excellent
See, we're all doing it now. We're all doing it now.
As a matter of fact, you're right.
You know,
Says Kay.
Kay's voice thunders from above.
Eldritch goddess.
Did you hear that?
Y'all stuck here?
You know, Kaz, I think the bowline knot is an excellent analogy for you.
How so?
Now just think about what you just showed me. Tension, 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 tension. And with the flick of the wrist, gone.
There are knots that are easier to tie under tension.
Yes.
The drawback is that sometimes they lock up and they're harder to untie.
But But you don't lock up, do you, Kaz?
I try not to.
Well, it's one of the reasons why we are so fond of you. Why Winnie looks up to you so much.
Thank you.
All right, now what was that stupid knot I just got my fingers stuck in? You said it was a clove hitch. Is that?
Yeah, I guess it was kind of more like sort of half-hitch, clove-hitch. You can't tie knots, tie lots. That's what the captain always said. Hurt my feelings every time.
You can't tie knots. Oh, I get it. If you can't get it right, just make a bunch of little ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just mean. Why would he say so? Why wouldn't he just show you how to do it?
Nah, I don't know. Not his style, I guess.
Well, I suppose he didn't have as good of a teacher as you were.
And he gives her like a nudge as the wagon kind of goes out of the frame down the road.
As his cheeks turn that brown they do when they blush.
Yeah.
Yeah, that purpley brown.
You just hear like a hearty Kaz slap on the back of Drogar's back, and you hear,
Thanks, old man. Wham! Oh!
Great. Yeah.
That was cute, Ned. Thank you.
That was
shucks.
great.
we need more of that, like, just a little bit of banter, you know.
We got a 7-hour car.
Exactly, and that's what I think about is like they're not just going to sit there and quiet, and they're also not going to be like staring out at the woods the entire time for 7 hours.
Anybody want to play I Spy Mortal Danger?
Oh yes, I love this one.
You win when you don't die.
I love that. I Spy.
I Spy Mortal Danger.
I spy with
I Spy with my little.
I spy with my keen intuition something that begins with
That's great. Anything else for the ride?
No, I think as the cart pulls out of that moment, I think it really does like pull out of that moment, and they have their final moment. It pulls out, and as it's revealed as the cart pulls away from the camera, that in the back of the cart, Pasha and Winnie have just cast light on something and are pretending like it's a little fire and are just holding up their hands.
Oh, that's cute.
That's it.
Light is casting on their hands in the back of the cart.
That's great. Oh my god, they're so fun. Yeah, they're having a great time.
Can Drogar make a? It's not sleight of hand. It's like Drogar wants to make a stealth check to check his arm while we are riding.
Oh, sure. Where you sacred flamed yourself?
Yeah.
Why stealth, Drogar?
I don't think he wants anybody to know. I just don't. I think he's like, maybe it's a little prideful, but I think it's like he doesn't want anybody to know that is what occurred. Like that there's a deeper, darker thing. Also, meta, I don't think he wants anybody to worry about Pasha anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we just got him back, and I don't think that Drogar wants to go into this whole thing of like, oh, by the way, there's this other huge fucking curse stuck in the boy.
Yeah, the boy is deeply cursed.
Yes. So I think Drogar is just trying to make sure that it's not spreading, that he got all of it.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. So
With that in mind, I will just remind the DM that my passive perception is a 15.
fantastic. Then great. Roll a stealth, Drogar, and we'll see what happens.
Do I still have disadvantage on my stealth because I'm wearing armor? In this situation?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Dag on.
Nope.
Double note.
The second one when I got it. But it's okay.
All right. So we'll say, like, you've got your hands on the reins, and maybe you try to slyly, like, peek under a pauldron to try and see your scaled skin. And you notice, Kaz, him trying not to be noticed, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
What do I see?
Give me a medicine check.
Don't like that. That's a 28.
Okay, cool. So what you will see, Kaz, is then, like, if you probably catch a glimpse of his arm as he's trying to surreptitiously do this. And what you would notice is that it's still healing from the sacred flame. So you see that it's done up.
I see like a burn.
It's what we talked about when it happened in the episode, when somebody gets hit by lightning and their skin has that pattern.
Oh yeah, the Lichtenberg.
Effect, right? I think it looks like that just on the scales, right? Whereas it would normally look like that on somebody's skin.
Yeah,
that's what
so
it looks like on his scales.
Maybe like the border between scales.
Yeah, oh, that's great. Yeah, there's like that's great. That's great.
And like and I'll remind you that like Dragonborn kind of had a lizardy like skin on the
softer areas, right? So it's not just like armor all over the place, but like the outer area,
kind of soft and
yeah. So you'll see like the lines go on the softer kind of skin,
More monitor than Gila Monster.
Yeah, you see more of those lines like in the skin.
All right, go ahead.
nerd.
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 Yeah. Bump bump chicka wow wow.
Yeah. Hot nerd.
And then it goes over to the scales.
Yeah.
You don't notice any other ill effects than the recovering scales from the Sacred Flame.
Great.
In fact, you know what it is? With a 28, here's what I'll say. You go to look at it, and at first, your heart like kind of skips a beat.
Yeah.
Because you just see the discoloration, and it's like that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when you Google your symptoms on WebDM.
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 WebMD.
Oh, I said
WebDM.
WebDM is the AI dungeon master that we're all dreading the future of.
Oh,
You
no.
walk into a dungeon.
What do you want to do? Okay.
The
Sorry.
time is yours.
WebM. Yeah, that's. Remember that Dimitri is hot?
The far foggy realm.
The far folks.
That's funny. That's funny.
good-
The far foggy realm.
As good as a game that Skyrim is, you know how after a while all those procedurally generated dungeons start to feel very samey?
Yeah.
That's AI DMs.
Yeah.
Say no to AI DMs.
Say no.
Now that's not to say don't say yes to AI in your DMs.
Heyo.
No, nothing. All right.
AI.
Oh my god.
Okay, where was I? Okay, so
Good question.
you see the discoloration scale, and it's at first it's like your heart skips a beat, because it just your mind is clouded with everything that
Doubt.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And the things that you saw, like how could anything not be still going wrong, you know? But with a 28, you're able to sort of steel yourself and reconcile, take a deep breath and center yourself again. Have that blessing of presence enough to see that it's healing okay.
Maybe that's what gives me away.
Yeah, I think
At
that
first, I'm a little bit like neurotic about it, and I'm like, oh god, and I get lost in it, and there's no way that Kaz can't notice that I'm like staring and looking at the scales.
That's great.
You know, I think I'm wise enough to see, like, oh shit, that's something that I might potentially be worried about. But then I see you worrying more about our reaction to it than it itself, and thinking, not worth it. Not worth busying the waters.
That's cool. So the camera shows Drogar doing all that, and we catch Kaz's eye, kind of look at it and be like, and just kind of look ahead, and then we cut to the other camera angle, and Drogar looks, and then he looks back over at Kaz, and Kaz is just dead ahead.
Eyes ahead. Yeah, I think the omniscient narrator notices me noticing.
Yeah.
That's great. What a change is here. I think that is a result of the understanding I think that you two have for each other after Argynvost.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We're brother and sister now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot dog.
Tell me, Kaz, does this look bad?
Oh my god, Drogar!
It just keeps getting blacker.
Well, stop picking at it.
I can't help it.
Don't tell. You can't
You
tell.
can't tell Bob.
That's so funny. Okay, great. The rain dampens your spirits, I think, a little bit. And so I think a lot of it maybe is quiet. For a long while after leaving Vallaki, you are still enclosed by the folds of the Svalich Woods. But as it opens out onto the sort of Ravenloft plains, the terrain gets more hilly and wide open. And
Can we see Ravenloft?
the place on which it was built was very specifically chosen so that you could see it from pretty much everywhere in the valley.
Sure.
And so, yeah, as you leave behind the cover of the trees, you see it. And in fact, you can see it in the distance, and yet you cannot. Because the castle's walls and towers are completely obscured by a swirling, rolling cover of dark storm clouds. It's as if a swirling tornado of storm clouds has encased the very castle. And you can see, like, lances of lightning cutting through this swirling mass, as if a storm has been conjured just around the very castle itself. And so it is obscured from your view as you continue to make your way.
And that was not always the case, was it?
No, there was always, I mean, it always had an ominous atmosphere, and there was pretty much always like storm clouds above the castle. But at this point, it's like encased like a wrapped like a mummy in swirling clouds, and the outline of this mass of clouds is not natural. It's almost as if it's like tracing the turrets and angles of the castle.
Well, that certainly isn't good.
I think it's encouraging. He's strengthening his defenses because he's scared.
I don't know, it's the tactician in me. If I were cornered, I would pull out my most reckless or my most dangerous weapon, and I would hide it until the very last moment when my enemy was most vulnerable.
And I, the enemy, would face it head on as we have faced all of his other tactics thus far.
Perhaps I overthink it.
I don't overthink a lot.
As the cart rolls along, you trace the edge to one side of you is the sort of expanse of forest that leads off into the greater Svalich Woods. On the other, the open rolling hills. As from everywhere in the valley, you can see Ravenloft, high on a cliff, surges of storm cloud swirling around it. And you know, nestled beneath that castle and those cliffs, powerless in its shadow, lies the village of Barovia. Strahdcast features Campbell O'Hare as Winnie, Kay Devine-Jones as Kaz, Ned Iannacone as Drogar, Tyler Kanter as Olaf, and me, Trevor William Fayle, as your DM. We got good patrons, dude. Really tied the room together. Special shout-outs to our newest patrons, Mary, Rachel Grace, Alexandra Van Horn, Sleepy Selkie, and 19 Eastwarts. Welcome to the party. If you're not ready to support us through Patreon, never fear, there are still plenty of ways you can help us out. You can follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CriticalFailDM. Check out our YouTube channel, where you can catch up on any of our past Twitch streams like Goon Files and Lovecraft Island, and where we release new episodes of the Strahdcast every other Sunday live at noon Eastern Standard Time. And of course, leaving a like, share, comment, or review on any of our content goes a long, long way. Thanks again, Dungeoneers, and take your day with advantage.